Investigators are calling this a violent crime spree that ended with a suspected gunman being shot by police. It all happened inside this apartment building over here behind me. This is the Santa Fe apartment complex. You can see that investigators still have the street blocked off here on Main Street from 6th to 5th Street, as there is a very large and active police presence there on that block. It's hard to see now that the sun has come up, but it's actually on the 4th floor. You can still see some lights inside in there, and there are officers still walking around as they are trying to still figure out exactly what happened that led to them opening fire and killing a man inside.
He's got a gun to someone's head.
What? It was certainly a terrifying situation that played out on cell phone footage from a building just across the street here as someone was shooting that into that apartment complex, as you can see. Now, the gunman is dead this morning after he was shot by police during that hostage situation that was caught on camera. The video was recorded by the witness across the street, and you could see the man pointing a gun at her head in that video and then dragging her around. Officers at the apartment shot the suspect to death. Now, before taking the woman hostage, though, we're told the suspect went on a violent crime spree that ended with a short police chase, and that is what led them inside this building. That is where they were told that the man had taken someone hostage, and they say because of the previous crime spree, they just couldn't wait any longer, and they entered that apartment.
From outside, we have people that see the suspect through a window inside an apartment holding that woman at gunpoint. A tactical decision to save that woman's life is made, and the SWAT team enters that apartment. That's when we have the officer-involved shooting. The suspect is struck by gunfire, and he's been pronounced deceased here at scene. That hostage, while not physically harmed on the outside, was obviously taken to a hospital for a full examination.
Prior to entering this particular apartment complex, investigators say they started getting calls about an hour and a half beforehand. They say a man with a gun put that gun to a man's head and pulled the trigger, but it didn't go off. They say they went into a nearby business where he threatened a family and opened fire, grazing a 14-year-old with one of those bullets. They say he'd left there. He attempted to carjack a woman at gunpoint, attempted to steal a man's bike, and again, then ended up inside this apartment complex where that officer-involved shooting took place. Back out here live, you can see the scene is still active right now. As I mentioned, it's not clear how much longer it will last, but I'm guessing it should wrap up here in the next couple of hours. But in the meantime, that you have to remember that Main Street is closed between 6th and 5th Street if folks are heading down here to this area. Still a lot of information to come, though, Amy, and about exactly what prompted this. At this time, investigators don't believe that this suspect knew any of his victims. Listen, back to you.